Howdy folks, Nathan Nadlin here, and next to me is the current model Toyota Corolla, and over here is the 2014 Toyota Corolla. So you may notice the difference between the styling between the current model and the 2014 model. Here's the thing, they took a page right out of Toyota Avalon's design book and come up with, well, basically a baby Avalon. On the inside, it's even more different, but in many ways, it's still the same essential vehicle. Ladies and gentlemen, hola! Welcome to Mexico. Well, actually right over there, that's Mexico. See those fences? That's the border, folks. And believe me, Kyle, our camera dude, and I would love to go to Tijuana and enjoy a festive evening with some tequila. But we're trying to be responsible, and we're showing you the brand new 2014 Toyota Corolla. Nice, huh? I mean, they really did a good job changing that dowdy style into something that's a lot more appealing, and it really does start here in the front end. It looks a lot like the Toyota Avalon, and that's no mistake. They wanted it to look that way. The way they put it is they wanted to do something, I think they call it okie dokie. It's a type of design principle that says we need passion injected into the car.
So with this new redesign, we're confident that it's going to appeal to a youth market. You know, maybe reach people that we haven't reached before. But as you know, this is a mass market vehicle.
Yes.
So we have to make sure that while we reach these youth buyers, that we keep in mind our loyal buyers and everybody else in the marketplace who will be interested in a Corolla.
And at the very least, they managed to change the look of it, so it no longer looks like a rental car. It now looks slightly stylish. I know, Corolla and stylish, not exactly semiotic in the terms, but good news is, altogether, externally more aerodynamic, the vehicle is lower. It's slightly wider and it's slightly longer. So altogether, it's a new package.
What we've done here is we have built upon what Corolla has been known for, right? Toyota is known for. It's a QDR, it's the value, efficiency.
Well, tell us what QDR means.
I'm sorry, the quality, right. Reliability, dependability. So Corolla's synonymous with that, and we know we have that in the minds of the consumers. And now we're just building on that reputation of the heritage, and we are going to make it more exciting, make it more fun.
There are 4 different types of Toyota Corolla for 2014. They start with the L model. That's a very base, very simple model. Then it goes up to the LE. And then the LE Eco. And the LE Eco has something very special. And that puts out more horsepower and gets the best gas mileage. Strange. Then you go up to the S model, which is basically sport model. The S model, it has a appearance package, and it can have a 6-speed manual transmission or the CVT. LE Eco. The bottom line is the new engine that they put in here, which is also a 1.8 liter, puts out 140 horsepower. So it's more powerful than the regular engine or the engine that's used in the S, but it's down by a couple little pounds of torque. So it puts out, I believe, 126 pound-feet of torque. whereas in the normal engine puts out 128 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 times, unfortunately, we're not able to do that here. This is California. Apparently, they shoot you if you try it. So we're going to avoid that for now and wait until we do a full review of the Toyota Corolla up in Colorado.
Available on the LE grade and above is a 6.1-inch touchscreen display, and Bluetooth comes standard.
You know what? I mean, it doesn't sound great, but it's very willing. It's okay to rev. I would say that it needs like a better exhaust in order to really get the juices flowing. Now, I bet you guys are curious about the way this drives, and I'm going to tell you right now that it's not what I expected. And I think you'll be surprised too, because they took what was an economy box and they made it into a Camry. For lack of a better word, that's the only thing I can think of when I'm driving this. It's quiet, it's compliant, it's easy to drive, it's easy to point, it's easy to maneuver. It's a Camry, it's just a smaller Camry. Right off the top of my head, comparing this to the Hyundai Elantra and the Chevy Cruze, this sits kind of in between the two. The Chevy Cruze, I still am amazed by that car. It's got a lot of good going for it, and it's just better than I expected, but backseat space is not that great. This car, much better. This is almost as far back as the seat can go, and I can fit behind myself. It's roomier than a lot of the competition, specifically the Chevy Cruze. So it's got good headroom, decent leg room, and width-wise, it's a little tiny bit wider. This is a much better interior than the one it replaces. Look, for those of you who have driven a Corolla, and millions of you have, the old Corolla had a very simple interior that was really chintzy and just very simple. It was durable if you wanted a good word for it, and it was ugly if you wanted a bad word for it. But with this new one, it is fashionable, it is good looking, and a lot of the materials are great. With that said, there are still some really hard plastics in places where you would rest your arm, including on the windowsill. I put my arm out there, and I bet a lot of you do too, and it's something that always irritates me when an automaker forgets about that and they make it really hard and uncomfortable. Because one thing you want to do is like put your arm up there and all of a sudden, oh, this hurts, and then you have to move it. So yeah, it's a much better interior, but there are little things. Oh, but I should mention this. The seats, my big American Tushy is very happy on them. When it comes to overall value in terms of your interior and exterior, I think the Hyundai absolutely trounces both cars. You get a lot for the money. You can get heated rear seats as an option with the Hyundai. Obviously, you're not going to get that with the Toyota. Fortunately, Toyota has actually made a kind of good-looking car. Not bad. I really do prefer an economy car with a manual transmission, and you can get one now with a 6-speed transmission. That's right, folks. Finally, Toyota has graduated from 5 speeds, which are archaic, to a proper 6-speed. And it's a good 6-speed too. It's a little notchy, which isn't so bad because engagement's real positive. Throws are a little long, but it's not like a truck or anything like that. Toyota managed to scrape together up to 42 miles per gallon highway with the Toyota Corolla LE Eco. That's not bad. I really wish automakers wouldn't worry so much about that 40 mile per gallon mark that they're trying to get to. In terms of buy, lease, or rent it, or forget it, well, we're not going to do that because until we get into Colorado and have a chance to really drive the new Corolla, it's not fair to do. But I can say this, it's a solid effort. It really does feel like a baby Camry, and I think that's exactly what they were aiming for. For the Fast Lane car, this is Nathan Adlin from San Diego. Mwah! Love you guys.